Yes, welcome to our economics class. I am Chinmay Agde. This is the subject Karnataka economy. In our previous classes, we already discussed about some topics about agriculture, agricultural crops, agricultural marketing, and some other agricultural allied activities. And today's topic is about agricultural development policies and strategies in Karnataka. Here, agricultural development policies or strategies that indicates with some efforts by the government and also some other organizations which promotes or which make effort on agricultural development, and those efforts are considered as some different strategies or policies. And particularly in our state, our government has made different types of efforts for the development of agricultural activities and their production and productivity in agriculture, and maybe application of science and technology in agriculture. So these are the different efforts made by our state government and other agri related organizations. Here, measures of agricultural development in Karnataka: rising agricultural productivity and making farming remunerative for farmers. Here, five important aspects of agriculture to be bring economic advantages to farm families. In that, there are 5 points. The first one: rising productivity to accelerate growth, remunerative prices for farmers, agricultural land policy, leasing and titling, farmer distress and immediate relief, bringing the green revolution in the state. Here, these are the some points, some efforts for the agricultural development. Here, these all points stress on increasing agricultural productivity, and another one point is that remunerative price for the farmers. See, these two, in case of these 2 points, these two aspects are satisfactory, then it will makes development in agriculture. And rising productivity to accelerate growth. Karnataka, being drought prone state, requires a new approach for making the farmers to continue in agricultural profession, and this needs to be addressed through large scale adoption of integrated farming system. Your farmers are to be motivated to take up agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, sericulture, farm forestry with horizontal and vertical linkages for better employment, income, and livelihood securities. These are the some efforts or some ideas or policies about increasing productivity in agriculture. And some challenges in irrigation. Here, first of all, agriculture is based on their irrigational facilities. Irrigation is very important and most required input for agriculture. In that, the challenges of irrigation in Karnataka, defined as Karnataka is upper riparian state with limited scope for expanding the irrigation area. It is the one problem in expanding our irrigational potentiality. Yeah, interstate disputes hinders the expansion, and vast scope for increasing the tank irrigation belt from about 36,000 minor irrigation tanks. Where minor irrigation tanks have potentiality to irrigate about 8 lakh hectares land area, but presently irrigating only about 2 lakh hectares. Our potentiality is about 8 lakh hectares, and we use only those potentiality about only 2 lakh hectares land area. And finally, more stress is required for tank rejuvenation and emphasizing on increasing water use efficiency through micro irrigation system. Here micro irrigation system, which is new technology of irrigation in agriculture. The application of new technology in agriculture is more important in development of agriculture, and that is the solution about the irrigation problem. And the new technologies, GM and other technologies in Karnataka agriculture, especially GM, that indicates genetically modified crops, genetically modified or in generally hybrid crops. Karnataka has been successful in introduction and popularizing the BT cotton. For the transgenic, research is taken up by different universities on developing drought tolerant high yield variety crops in different types of crops. There is a need to liberalize GOI policy, that GOI that indicates government of India central government policy, liberalized to central government policy for field testing and popularizing of GM, genetically modified crops, where the technology has been preferred to increase the productivity and quality of the produce. The next one is precision farming and other modern technologies. Precision agriculture practices definitely enhance the resource use efficiency, and the universities of agricultural science, Bangalore, Raichur, have been successfully implemented the following technologies on larger scale in rice, sugarcane, maize, cotton, groundnut, in both station and on the farm. Some of the new innovation or new technologies in agricultural or cultivation methods. Shri method of rice cultivation in Mandya district, wider row planting with complete mechanization in sugarcane, drip irrigation and fertigation in paddy, sugarcane and maize, soil test based precision nutrient management for sustainable groundnut production, and precision horticulture protected cultivation. These are the some new precision farming and new technology application in our cultivation methods. The next one, remunerative prices for farmers. This is very important for agricultural development and welfare of our farming community. Here in that topic, in rain-fed areas, all the farmers in region grow similar crops, and these crops mature at the same time, and the farmers like to dispose of their products soon after the harvest due to lack of storage facilities and urgent need of money. See, this is the defect of agricultural marketing system, and the cost of production is an important factor that goes as an input in determination of MSP, minimum support price, but it is certainly not the only factor that determines MSP. That indicates the cost of production is not only the factor or variable which determines minimum support price in the agricultural crops and also horticultural crops. Yeah, the concept of price deficiency payment would help prevent unwanted stocks and spread price incentives to producers. See, these are the some topics about the remunerative prices for farmers, which promotes benefit to the farming community, and agricultural land policy, leasing and titling. So it is the policy with agricultural land. The present act has to amended to allow such use of land for agriculture without restriction. Technological factors relates to leasing arrangements that can benefit to both landowners and tenants in agriculture, and they are defined as: make land leasing legal, land shall not be converted by the investors for other purposes, and farmer shall continue to be the owner of the land. No damage shall be caused to the land. Investors should take up agriculture and connected activities. Agri-business activities shall be as per the Integrated Agribusiness Development Policy 2011 formulated by the government of Karnataka. Here, remove adverse possession clause from the laws of states. Here, facilities access to short-term credit and crop insurance based on simple lease arrangement for tenants. Here, these are the some policies and laws about agricultural land. Then the next one is farmer distress and immediate relief. Here, as more than two-thirds of total cultivated area in the state is under rain-fed cultivation, here frequent droughts in the state last 15 years have resulted in distress and hardship among the farming community. Uh, in the event of natural calamities, disasters, the process of data collection and approval of assistance under NDRF is time consuming and delays the relief assistance to the and this needs to be streamlined and it needs to be some simplifications. And the next one is in that agricultural policy management crop insurance. Your crop insurance penetration is around 15%. A wide publicity is being given by the state government to increase the penetration as initial step to increase the participation. Premium subsidy to SC ST farmers is increased to 90% as against 10% subsidy to SF and EMF farmers, small and marginal farmers. From 2016 and 17, PMFBY Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana will be implemented for increased farmers participation. And last, finally, in agricultural development policies and programs in our state, and they are listed as some programs for development of agriculture and allied sectors in Karnataka, which includes Bhuchetana, Bhusamruddhi, Krishi Bhagya, Savayo Bhagya, Krishi Yantradhara, K Kisan, Pashu Bhagya, Kshira Bhagya, Comprehensive Horticulture Development, Interest Free Farm Credit, E Marketing, Minimum Floor Price Scheme, and some other programs and policies implemented by our state government and also central government. Yeah, these are the brief explanation about agricultural development in our state. Okay, thank you.